Hello and welcome to Golf FM. This is a video comparison between a golf ball from the 1980s, we reckon, against a new golf ball. So this is the smaller size of golf ball. And by the way, I've got ink all over my hands because somebody came in to ask for a voucher and I had to open a new ink cartridge. And for the first time ever, just when I needed to be quick, I managed to get ink all over my hands. So that looks as though it's going to be there for the rest of my life, unfortunately. Right, so back to this. So this is a Dunlop 65. This was handed in by one of my members. Thanks very much for that. He was clearing out his garage or somebody's garage and found these. And when you look these up, it's quite difficult to get an age on them. It says that Dunlop 65 golf balls were sold from the 1960s to the 1980s in a metal tube. So with a little bit of investigation, we think possibly these might be the slightly later version, so maybe 1980s, but it is still the small golf ball. Now the size of these is 1.62 inches and the new ball is 1.68 inches. That in millimeters is 42.67 millimeters for the new ball and 41.48 millimeters for the old ball. So it's a tiny bit smaller, and the feeling is that these go a little bit further because there's less air resistance. They're smaller and they fly through the air a bit quicker. This was all standardized in 1990, which I couldn't believe how late that was. I thought it was a lot earlier than that, but 1990 was when the whole world said, no, we're using 1.68 inches now. So the thought is that this goes really quite far, but I have my doubts with ball speeds off new drivers and irons. I think that this won't go as far. That's my gut feeling, but we'll see. So I'm going to hit a few 7-irons and a few drivers with each and see what the difference is. Now I'm just trying to open this as I'm speaking and I don't see an easy way in. So I feel like I'm just going to end up ruining it. But I'm going to have to, you can't make an omelette without cracking eggs. So so there it is, it's ripped. I had to take that bit off. There we go. It's coming out of its shell a lot later than maybe the manufacturers planned on. But there it is. Dunlop 65. I'll probably blow up when I hit it the first time, but we'll see. I've never done this test before. I know there's probably tests. Rick Shields and all his mates will have done loads of tests on this. I haven't seen any, so I don't actually know how this is going to go. So I'm quite interested to see. So let's get on and have a look at it. And I'm just going to put this up against the ball that I use, which is the Callaway Chrome Tour X. Okay, I'm going to hit 7-iron first with the. I hit 7-iron first with my own ball and my own club and just see. And I'll hit a few and see if I can just get to the sort of level that I know I can get to, and then just leave it at that, because I don't want this video to go on and on and on. I want to hit more of the actual old ball than I do the new ball. I know what the new ball can do, but I just get some figures on the board so you can see the comparison in the analysis later. A little bit clean, but this is what I'm going to have to watch. Clean strikes. I have a feeling I could destroy the golf ball if I hit it thin or clean with the old one. Average. In case you didn't know, I've got Ping Eye 530s. It's starting to come from the inside a bit too much. See what my path is. 3.5, 3.6 on the inside, so I need to, that's okay, that's the limit of what I'm happy with. That was a bit more solid. Yeah, it carried 180, that's more what I could see. I mean, it did go a little bit left, that. A little bit clean. Straight though. Yeah, 175 in the air. Paths 2.5 in the inside, not too bad. Just not flushing these. They're hit quite well, but they're not. They're a bit clean, some of them, and a bit heavy. Apart from that, they're fine. Path's alright, 2.2 inside. Nope. Maybe my ball position's out. Always check your ball position when you're not flushing it with your irons. I'm getting some decent distances, so it'll probably do. So move it back a wee bit. Oh, that was it. I had it too far forward. Classic mistake. Hitting it slightly on the up, catching it thin, put it back in my stance. Flush mode central. Yep, better strike again. Okay, 2 or 3 more like that I think, and I will take the best of them and take the average of that. Better strike again. Decent strike. Nice shot. Okay, I'll leave it there because I don't want to become a sweaty mess trying to get this done. That will do. I'll filter the best ones out of that and put it up against the old ball. Sorry, just forgot to put record on the computer. I've just hit one shot there. I'm hitting the Dunlop 65 now. Helps when you press record. That was hit really well, but with an open face, but that has only gone 141 in the air. The average for the last batch on the i530 with the new ball was 177 carry. I was just about to say that actually you've probably got to bear in mind this is a wound construction, and I think over the years that punch that it's got in it, that elasticity starts to lessen, and potentially it isn't as powerful as it would have been back in the 1980s. But let's just see what we get off this. Feels almost like you're hitting a bouncy ball, a children's toy or something. So soft. And that's gone 139 in the air, 157. Does look quite small. Hit that one heavy, but straighter at least. That's one of the things I think testing on a computer like this is how quickly does it pick up the fact that it's going faster through the air in terms of like the aerodynamics. I don't know, maybe there is, the initial ball speed is actually a good indicator, but you wonder whether maybe the aerodynamics and air density and stuff like that, that maybe that comes into it, and that would have pierced the air a bit quicker than a big ball, and so might have gone a bit further. But at the moment, that's 139 carry, again, really low. That was right out the middle, out to the right a little bit, having said that. 151 barrier broken in carry. Going out really low, not hitting it very high. 12-degree launch. Decent strike again. Wonder what launch we got there. 150 barrier smashed again, and we got 14 launch. Usually about 18, 19 on my other ball. So let's have a couple more, because I've hit these quite well and it's not going any further than 150. A little bit cleaner, very far off line, 144. A couple more, then we'll try the driver. Almost doesn't look round anymore, this. Hit that quite well. Can't hit it any better than that. 148. Right, I don't think it's changing much. So let's have a look at the figures. Okay, just before we hit the driver, let's have a look at the figures on the iron and see what that was all about. Ball speed, slight difference. That's where I think I was expecting it to be different. 121 miles an hour off the new ball and 108 off the old ball. Launch 16 and launch 14 on the old ball, so a lot lower launch on the old ball. I think normally I would launch it a wee bit higher than that, even on the, it's usually about 18 to be honest. I don't know why that's sitting at 16. Anyway, 5,200 spin on the old ball and 6,000 on the new ball. Kind of expect that with that softer sort of wound construction. Carry, 177 on the new ball and 145. So what's that? 32 yards further carry. So yeah, slight difference. But yeah, let's see what the driver does. It's obviously going to be less, but let's see just how much less it is. Okay, so new ball with the driver, and this is a Callaway Elite 10.5 stiff. That's what I've been using this season. Not that it matters really, because it's the same for both balls, but I just wanted to tell you, because I thought you might be interested, that's all. It's the only reason. Right, so that was a decent strike, but a little bit right. Wasn't absolutely going for it, only 237 in the carry, that's very low. Let's see if we can get into this a bit. It's a bit more solid. A little bit of a drawy one though. Don't want too many of them. 243 carry, 277. Still a wee bit off. Out to the right. 248 carry. Very low spin at the moment. Not quite getting these properly. Funny strike that. Don't know what that was. 245 carry. Usually up close to the 250s normally carry wise. I think that was a bit better. Yeah, 250, 284. Try some really big ones, or really big ones for me anyway. right again. 264 carry, 293, a bit closer to my top scores in here. Spins a bit better there. Launch 13, so I could hit it up a bit more. Oh, off the planet to right, but we'll take it because it went 302. Right, I think I'm finished. If I get 300 in here, it's just time to stop, even though that's like lost ball. Don't care, went 302. Right, okay, let's try the old ball. Slightly frightened they're going to dismantle this ball, but we'll see. I think I hit it all right. Same as the others, miles right. Still in one piece, although, is it straight? 209 in the air. What's the ball speed? 136. Felt solid. Probably miles right again. Yep. So dogleg right this hole. 216. 137 ball speed. That felt a bit weird. Miles right again. Didn't feel like I hit that miles right, but... So you're blaming the ball, are you, Fraser? 134. Ball still intact. Let's see if we can hit one like that might be in the fairway. Oh, there we go. That's a nice thing to look at. 213 carry, 240. That's a nice swing, 1.7 from the inside. It just shows you what you could do when you put your mind to it. Shall we hit one or two more? I don't think I'm getting any more than 213-ish out of it. I'll try and really go for this one. Miles right again. 217. Oh, I nearly got to the 250 mark. Let's even get the 250 out of it before we stop. Don't care if it's right, do we? No. That wasn't quite as bad. I know it's a little bit right, but it's almost trying to think about coming back. 205, 232. Right, 250, here we come. Don't think I hit that particularly well. I don't know. I'll take it if it's a 250 or... Oh, look at that. Yes, 224 in the air. 252. Don't know. Oh yeah, let's take that. Slight draw. 216, 243. One more for good luck. Oh, nice drive. What is that then? 226 in the air. Oh, 258. It's making me think I could get to 260, but I'm going to get too sweaty doing that. So I think that'll do us, and let's have a look at the figures. So 154 ball speed average on the new ball, 136 on the old ball. Launch not that different, 14 and 13. Spin 1847 on the new ball and 2898 on the old ball. Carry 251 average on the new ball and 214. So what's that? 37 yards less carry. And anything else 284 to 243 in terms of overall distance. So a big difference. The thought that this is going through the air quicker because it's smaller is probably offset by the fact that there's just not as much ball speed initially off the face. It probably compresses a little bit too much. Certainly for me, maybe for a slower swing speed, this might not be that much different to them trying to hit a ball that's actually too hard for them. But then you wouldn't be using that if you had a slower swing speed. You'd be using something like a TaylorMade Tour Response or a Chrome Soft or something that was a bit softer compression. So I think like for like, the new balls just come off the face a little bit better, a little bit quicker. It does feel really nice and soft, but you know, things have definitely moved on. This ball is not as powerful as the new balls. So it was quite a big difference. I wasn't sure exactly what was going to happen there, but now I know, and now I know if I find a set of old balls in the garage, not to bother using them on a golf course. I think I probably would have done that anyway, but I think we've had confirmation of that now at least. Okay, so if you've got any questions about this, put them in the comments and I'll get back to you. But once again, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.